Mike, alcoholic.
You know what I heard out of the topic was, and that's a good thing about a good topic like that. Different people hear different things. I didn't hear as much of the jaywalker as I heard something that reminded me of a story from my childhood, an actual story. I was walking on the beach a long time ago, and the beach used to be a lot longer over in Gulf Shores. I mean, it was pretty far. For a little kid, it was pretty far, and I was walking out on that sand, and it was hot. I don't know if y'all ever walked on some sand that was like real hot. I got about halfway. I got back about to the Rubicon, you know, the point of no return. And it got so hot, I didn't know what I was going to do. Laying down wasn't going to fix it because I'd just be hot all over me, you know. And I remember doing this, and this is God's honest truth, and this was when I was 8, so y'all don't get some kind of picture in your mind of me doing that now. I don't want to scare anybody. But I took my bathing suit off and threw it on the sand and stood on it. Now you're going, well, what the hell does that story have to do with the topic? Well, you know what? It's got everything to do with it, because what I was in a situation where it got so hot, I needed some relief, and it didn't matter what the consequences. And that page she read off of on 37 talked about, man, these feelings of life can get so hot, I can know it's going to go to shit, but I need some fucking relief, and I'm going to feel myself justified. You know, we talk about resentment's the number one offender, but what about the greatest enemies? Right? Our book on 145 tells me exactly what I'm talking about. It ties into that page. It says the greatest enemies of us alcoholics are jealousy, envy, frustration, and fear. And that list she gave, nervousness, worry, anger, depression, jealousy, the like, it's those feelings of life that I never gave myself a chance to feel, that I come in here and I'm off the sauce and I ain't got no dope or alcohol, solid or liquid form, to push those things down and say, hold on, I didn't sign up for this, and I'm in the middle of that sand. And I can know it's going to go bad, but all I know is I need some relief. And I wish, as somebody who's been here for a couple of 24 hours, I could tell you there's a simple answer, but the bottom line is this. The only answer is perseverance. But you know what? Forewarned is forearmed. If I know that those are my greatest enemies, and when they come up, I see that my propensity might even be to just snatch off that bathing suit and throw it down on the ground. In other words, take a drink over it. And I know that's a bad idea. You know, I'm going to have to be ready to use these tools. Dial for dollars, calls a friend, get on my knees, God help me with these feelings, you know, I'm getting overwhelmed. And when I use these tools, invariably, I get this sense of peace in that, not that it goes away. There's no presently. I just say some incantation and it just goes away. You know, we want to match calamity with serenity in an instant. Sometimes it's like 117. I got to go through something. These ups and downs is part of my education. These workouts I'll be learning how to live. A better way of life will emerge when they're overcome. And you know, I begin to build a past in recovery that proves to me that the last time I came upon some feelings I didn't think I was going to get past, I remember to say, hey, remember you got through those? Maybe you can get through these. But I got to get through that first one to start building that past in recovery. You know, because we begin to have a duty in here to newcomers, right? It talks about it in the third step prayer. Take away my difficulties so victory over them bears witness to those that I would help. You know, and I think that's important, and that's why this fellowship works. Because no matter what challenge somebody's going through, there's somebody in a meeting that has been through it and they've gotten through it sober. You know, so that was a great topic because it reminded me that these greatest enemies, just because I've been sober for a while, I'm still going to have feelings of life. Granted, they're not as extreme as they used to be. I was a creature of extremes, high highs and low lows. You know, and then you get a little balance in here and you go, what the hell's wrong? There ain't nothing going on. And if you got somebody in your life, they say, let me invite you to see that's serenity. That's what you're looking for. Because if there wasn't something wrong, I'd concoct some bullshit to have something to be upset about. Because being upset is just like dope. Anybody ever got angry and that adrenaline? I get high. I used to get high off that shit. You know, I'd wake up in the morning and push that resentment replay machine. Look what them sumbitches did to me. And then I'd push that, here's what I'm going to say to that sumbitch if he comes at me, you know, machine. And I've got all my little retorts in order. And talking about the big book, talking about we squandered the hours that may have been worthwhile. Oh my God, I've done it. I've squandered not just hours, but probably days. But this is a good topic because it reminds me that just because I've been here for a while, these feelings are going to come up. But I have had some practice, and it's like being in the military. You get training. When the training kicks in is when the shit gets hot. The training kicks in. But if I haven't been trained, ain't nothing going to kick in but what I used to do. Because see, my disease wants me to remember what alcohol did for me, not what it did to me. And if I can stay in the truth and stay grounded in the fact that God's restored my sanity, because I don't believe the lie that I can drink without harm today. And if I keep doing a few simple things, I'll stay sane, no matter what I go through. It's like Louis was talking about. No matter what comes down the pike, if I do these things, it's like the book says, with this attitude, I cannot fail. And them were some odds I never had when I was out there. It's a good topic. I've had spiritual awakenings, the result of these steps, and I'll pass.